Welcome back, my gators. This is How to DIY and Save a Dime, and I'm the single mom versus the fixer-upper. So I'm coming to you guys today, and I want to do more in-depth videos because a lot of us learn from others. We have a lot of youth and a lot of younger adults who need wisdom and need people to share things with them. I wish that people were more into understanding the world and what we can do to help it and what we can do to make things better, what we can do to save coins, what we can do to save stress, and all that stuff that my channel is about. So I've been on this journey. I love coffee. I love coffee. I'm not a person that has to have coffee every day. I do like hot coffee. I do like cold coffee. I like both. But I've been noticing that when I had a Keurig, I had it for a while, and I don't know if I think I told you guys this. I sold it on Marketplace for $40. Why? Because I've been thinking about plastics, and if you know me, you always hear me say, if it's not cast iron or some form of stainless steel or glass, I'm trying to get away from it. I'm trying to get away from using plastics. I'm trying to get away from using aluminum, which is very bad for us. A lot of people like to cook in aluminum, you know, at the cookouts and all that stuff, and it's toxic. It does something to your head, cause aneurysms and stuff like that. So definitely do your research on that. But I'm sitting here before you because I've been doing some research, and I said, okay, I love coffee, but I'm trying to find ways to figure out the best way to get my coffee to taste right, but that is actually eco-friendly. So I stopped using the Keurig. I sold the Keurig, and I started buying loose coffee like this. I was going to get a stainless steel reusable thing for the Keurig. I haven't found one that's all stainless steel. They all have some form of plastic. So I'm like, ugh, okay, I already sold it. I'm not going to buy another one. And then the guy did a video on YouTube talking about how the plastic, even when you put the K-cup, you don't know how long the coffee's been in the K-cup. You can't really tell. And then that K-cup gets hot water on it, and then the inside of the unit gets hot water on it. Is it BPA free? Is it safe? Now, you know, if you got pure stainless steel, it's safe. Cast iron is safe. Glass is safe. Cast iron and stainless steel and glass are porous. They're non-porous, so nothing can penetrate, and it's good for you to cook in, and it's good for you to eat out of. I don't even heat anything up in the microwave unless it's in some type of glass container, unless it's just something like water that I need for something real quick. Other than that, it's being heated up in glass. I don't mean to stretch the video, but I like to teach. I like to give more information, and some people like that. For those who like it, that's what it's for. So I started buying these, right? I'm like, okay, good. I don't have to have all those K-cups, and I just have this, and I can make my coffee. This one is the second bag that I got. I used to buy this other one called Modelo, or I might be butchering the name, but anyways, the price went up. It's a yellow bag from Walmart, and it's tightly like freeze dried or whatever. Not freeze dried, it's compact, like the air is out of it, and it's like a block. And I was liking that coffee, but I wanted to explore and do something different, so I started trying their flavors, the great value flavors. The pecan caramel was the first one I had, which I like better than this one. This one is a little bit weaker than the pecan caramel. Pecan caramel is a little bit stronger, but then that other one was a little bit stronger than that, and I need that little punch when I do my iced coffee. I don't like it to taste weak. I like it to taste like coffee. So I've been struggling with this. This is a lot of packaging that is not biodegradable, and it's also an issue. It'll be sitting somewhere in the landfill. I'm trying to do my best to remove things, even if I have to pay a little bit more money now for it initially. It's okay if it saves me money later. So I said, all right, I see people doing the pour method. I see people doing the percolator method. It's so many methods. I don't want instant coffee because you have to buy the big plastic container, and every time you're done with it, you got to buy another plastic container. So that's why I didn't go with instant, because I don't mind instant Folgers or Maxwell. I don't mind it. It's good to me. I'm not really a coffee connoisseur, but it tastes like coffee. It tastes good, and it's giving me the pack. So I bought two things. One of them is a filter, and the other one is my oven might go off. I got some breakfast meat in the oven in cooking, and then the other one is a tea kettle. Now, the tea kettle they say to use for pour over is a gooseneck, but this one was very affordable. It's very light, so I don't know if it's really good stainless steel. So we're gonna open this up together. And oh, a couple months ago, I bought this. The reason I bought this because my ultimate goal is to, when this coffee is done, I always take it out and put it in my little container that I use, my old candle, and I just scoop it out of here. So I reuse my glass candle containers. That's why I have sitting here, because I used to have this coffee maker sitting here, and the first thing I had did was went with a coffee maker, and I'm going to be selling this on Marketplace. I went with a coffee maker that had its own filter, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. But guess what? There's a lot of plastic around this bad boy. And when it heats up, what is it giving off in my coffee? So I was like, yeah, don't want to use this anymore. Don't want to use this anymore. So I'm not using this. I put this up and I've been doing research. And the research that I've gotten was showing that getting a stainless steel filter, and I was like, even if I took this filter and put it in there, it's still plastic in the whole unit. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I know we can't fight everything. I'll get that stuff later. But what we can, I want to try to. So this is the filter that I just got. None of this is sponsored. These are my coins that I bought this stuff with, because I know this is something that should last, and I shouldn't have a problem with it. You see how nice and fine it is? Like, those are little mini holes. And so you're supposed to set this over your cup, and then you put the coffee here, and then you just pour the water over the actual grains. Like, you pour a little bit of water over it first. Hold on. And then you let it bloom, and then once it blooms, then you slowly pour the water slowly around it, and it'll make you a good cup of coffee. It's how it's supposed to be. So the reason for this is because I want to get more into grinding and making my own spices out of seeds and out of the main, like, you know, when you get peppercorns and different, like even with chickpea, making my own flour. This bad boy here is a coffee grinder, but people, I know vegan, a lot of vegan chefs use this as a way to like grind fennel, grind chickpeas to get the powder consistency and stuff like that, to use to make it flour, to make flour and stuff like that. So I haven't even opened this, but my whole thing is to use this to grind my coffee as well. So it'd be a lot of different uses. So instead of buying packaged coffee, I can now go with my container to certain stores and get coffee grounds, bring them home and grind them up and freeze the rest. That'll save me money. I don't have to worry about packaging. I don't have to worry about plastics, and I can take my container to the store, get some coffee, bring it home in a glass container, and use it as I need it. So that's why I got this. And this was about $14, not sponsored. Haven't even opened it yet because I didn't. My coffee's not done. So that's that. So I got this filter. This filter looks so pretty. It's so cute. Like, it is so nice. This is for 1 to 2 cups of coffee. They have one that's bigger, that's for 2 to 4 cups of coffee. But I was wondering, how would I make my brew? I have to make multiple to make my brew. We'll figure that out later. But anywho, that's that. And then the other thing I have here, and I'm opening this because Naya is ready to make, she wants to make her some coffee. And I was like, no, I want to open it in a video. Oh, this is you know what? I forgot this was a Mr. Coffee tea kettle. So I wanted a tea kettle, and this one was on sale, and it had great reviews, and it's not too big. It's a Mr. Coffee kettle. Why is the top ripped off like this? Is this a second chance item or something? Because ain't that kind of weird? That's kind of weird. Stay cool handle and knob. Okay, whatever. Let's get this bad boy open. And I want to see if I can make a cup of coffee with the tea kettle in the pour over method. Should have got my razor. Feels pretty thin. They say the thinner they are, the faster they create coffee. So, and it'd be really hot. So it does bend. Let me see. Oh, okay. I guess I had to get that. It does bend. It's not too, it just has Mr. Coffee there. Okay. Smell chemically. I'm going to rinse it off. Let me see how. So what do you just pull this back? Okay, yeah. Like that. I'm going to rinse it off, and I'm going to see how fast this gets hot. And I'm going to let you guys know. And we're going to make a cup of coffee for the first time with my filter and see how this works for me. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Not real heavy, but nice enough. Let's see how it looks on my stove. Pretty cute. Not too fancy, but nice enough. It goes with all my other stainless steel stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to max fill line is here, and yeah, this seems to be wait. Is it a certain way that this needs to go on? It seems like okay. Wait, stop acting like it didn't want to. Okay, it went on. So I think I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm just opening these up, telling you about the benefits and what my journey is. The next video is going to be me, part 2 to my eco-friendly journey of stainless steel glass or whatever. Is going to be me making coffee in these bad boys. So stay tuned, and I hope this video was helpful and it's giving you some insight on saving money. Like, even though, like I said, it might cost now, it's going to save you lots later. Like, not having to buy coffee over and over. It's a little bit of work, but it's worth it for the earth, and it's worth it for you. And then you can start, oh, that's the meat. Then you can start implementing these things with your family and your children. I know y'all probably see my cuckoo bugs. And sharing these with them. And now you're passing down great eco-friendly ways to do things. And this is like old school. They didn't have coffee makers and all that. I want to go back to the old school times. It makes me feel really euphoric to do things the way they used to do them. They live longer, they last longer, they were stress-free, they weren't dying as soon as people are today. I want that life, the quiet, easy life of enjoying the little things like making a cup of coffee. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned for the next video, and we're going to make us a cup of coffee the old-fashioned way. All right? Later, Gators. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you're new to the channel, hello. Join the family by hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Later, Gators.